Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay. We from
Hey, what is going down, sports fans all around the world? It's your boy, Marley Bet. This is another episode of Brothers and Bets. I am Marley Bet. This is my partner, my brother from another mother, LJ from Houston. What's going down?
Cheers to you, my friend. Let's get this money today, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Speaking of, we always got to do a little recap of yesterday's games. Seems like everybody had a great day yesterday. I went 6-1. Coach went 3-0. You also went 6-1, my good sir. So was a great day for everybody yesterday. I will toast to that with my camera in. I will, toast to that.
Yeah.
For sure. So over the last couple days, myself personally, I went 9-2. Over the last 2 days, Coach is 5-0. You're 6-1 as of yesterday. So we just keep it rolling, man. We had a great last couple days. I hit a couple parlays. Oh, the $5 come up hit yesterday. So that's we 1-3 since I've been doing a $5 come up. 1-3. So we hit our first little $5 come up yesterday on the parlay ticket.
For sure.
Drink to that. Definitely got to drink to that. I'm trying to find my goddamn ashtray, and there we go. I'll be goddamn ready to go. All right, so got a nice little slate geared up for today. First game I'm gonna jump on into is, I don't know if you got to play on this game. I personally, I'm undecided as of right now, but let's take it away. I got the Detroit Pistons. They're going on the road to take on the New Orleans. New Orleans.
Go.
I know, bro. I do that all the fucking time. They're going on to take on the Charlotte Hornets. The line opened up at Detroit plus 7.5. I still got it there. The total opened up at 216.5. Injury report: Detroit, Ellington is out. Joseph has been downgraded to out. Plumlee is out. Grant is out. Okafor out. Magruder downgraded to out. Smith Jr. is out. And Diallo is doubtful. Damn, everybody out. Charlotte, Gordon Hayward is out. Malik Monk is upgraded to probable. And Bell has been upgraded to probable. Actual factuals: Detroit, the total has gone under in 8 of their last 12 games. They're 1-4 straight up in their last 5 games. They're 1-6 ATS in their last 7 games against Charlotte. 0-10 straight up in their last 10 games. 0-6 straight up in their last 6 games on the road. 2-5 straight up in their last 7, and the total has gone under in 5 of their last 5 when playing Charlotte. They're 3-8 ATS in their last 11. The total has gone under in 8 of their last 11. 3-8 straight up in their last 11. The total has gone under in 8 of their last 9 against Detroit and 7 of their last 8 at home. 3-7 ATS in their last 10 games and 2-7 ATS their last 9 games against an opponent from the Eastern Conference. Detroit Pistons plus 7.5 in Charlotte. What you got for me?
So we talked about this early on my show that you said if a star player coming back, always fade the other team. So is this the case for LaMelo? Because LaMelo's coming back for Charlotte. Do I need to fade them and go with
I don't. What's up, Sebastian Cornwell? Post that parlay. I'll post it. Sebastian got the Hornets -2. Where did you get 2 from? Was that like a first half play? Got to be like a first half, first quarter, something like that. How the hell did you find it 2? Anyway, I don't put that game in this category because LaMelo is not quite the star of the team. So I don't put that in this category. He's not that star yet. He's a rising star or a hopeful star. maybe even a nice rookie, but he's not quite a star. So I don't consider that in that same category we talked about earlier.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm going to pass on this game. It's no real interest or value in this game. Both of these teams are pretty much on the downslide. I don't think they have any playoff aspirations. So, plus Detroit have half their starting lineup out.
Correct.
And you know, LaMelo may come back, give them a little urgency for Charlotte, maybe give them some momentum, but I'm going to pass, man. I was looking at the total. You said put it back up. It was 217.
216.5 is what I have the total at.
Okay. Yeah, that's right on because the last 3 games, the total is 217. So that's spot on, man. I'm going to have to pass, Marley. But remember earlier, I took Chris picks to see if he'll cash in, right? So
Right.
I'll play Charlotte for Chris, But as far as me personally for the show, I passed this game. I have no interest in this.
Yeah, I was leaning Charlotte. I wanted to take Charlotte. They don't cover. They don't win. I think they've given up. But I couldn't bring myself to take Charlotte minus 7.5. I couldn't get there. I wanted to get there. I wanted to get on the under too, especially after reading what I just read. With all the unders in both these games. But I think, like you said a while ago, they hit it right on the number, 216. Maybe if I can get some people pushing some overs, get it to 217, 218, maybe I'll jump. We got a couple hours. But for the most part, yeah, this is a hard pass for me. Can't put my money on the Detroit +7, and can't put my money on the Hornets -7. So hard pass. Thought about it. I give a lean toward the Hornets. I think they can cover, but I just don't trust them enough to put my money on it. So hard pass. Here's another game. Let's move on. I want to spend too much time on this good old Saturday here. So next game we got. Here we go. I did have this on the docket. We were talking about it earlier. The San Francisco Warriors. San Francisco Warriors. The Steph Currys. They're going on the road to take on Houston Rockets. Injury report. The line opened up at the Warriors -8.5. The total opened up at 232. That's currently what I have right now. Let me double check the lines real quick. Let me see, make sure the lines are current because I put this in a little bit earlier. So I want to give current lines. The line is still off the board. They took it off the board. Don't see it. Took it off the board. So we're going to go with 8.5 for right now until things change. Totals at 232. Injury report. Green is questionable. Oubre is questionable. Lee is out indefinitely. Paschal out indefinitely. Wiseman out for the season. Klay Thompson's been out for the season. Houston, Eric Gordon's been out. Augustine's out. Wall's out for the season. Bradley downgraded to out. Exum's been out. House Jr. is out. Nwaba is out. And Brown is out. Actual factuals. Golden State, they're 1-4 ACS their last 5. 4-2 ACS their last 6 games against Houston. 5-2 straight up their last 7 games against Houston, but the 3-8 ATS on the road this season. Last 11 games on the road this season. 2-5 ATS in their last 7 this season, and 5-2 straight up in their last 7 games against an opponent from the Western Conference. Houston total has gone over in 10 of their last 15 games. They're 1-5 straight up in the last 6. 3-17 straight up their last 20 at home. The total has gone over in 7 of their last 10 games against Golden State. They're 3-15 straight up in their last 18, and 4-12 ATS their last 16 games against an opponent from the Pacific Division opponents. I have Warriors -3. Where the hell is Sebastian getting these lines from? Like, you must be. Is that first half? Like, I've never seen a 3. You got to be on first halves, bro. Yeah, and I don't even think the first half is a 3. Um, I need your bookie. Or you got to be on like first quarters. Like Charlotte first quarter is -2.5. I know he said -2. Are y'all doing the show tomorrow? Possibly, probably, more than likely, I'd say yes. What's up, United Dave? My guy. Smart parlay, Clippers, money line Atlanta. We talk about that Clipper game, and we're gonna talk about that Atlanta game. Oh, okay, you're doing the teaser. You gotta say that, bro. You can't just be throwing lines out there. I'm like, where the fuck are you getting these lines from? Doing the teaser. Got you. Makes more sense. Um, ooh, Charlotte teaser with who are we talking about right now? Golden State. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I'm with you so far on that, Sebastian. I agree. Um, back on these Warriors. LJ, you got to play on this game?
I didn't initially until you start reading off the trends, and I think I'm gonna take the over 232 as an official play.
Over 232 as an official play. Okay.
Last three games, these teams, totals average 233. Last game, the total was 257. Houston scored 143 points. So I'm gonna ride this train and see if that over will continue to hit for these two teams. But I'm not laying the points with the Warriors on the road, even though Houston is probably the bottomest team in the league, But Kevin Porter Jr., he's a star in the making, and you never know when he's going to go off. If he can get you 50, ain't no telling what he'll get you. So he only have to give you 50. I mean, 30, 35, whatever.
Right.
If Steph don't get hot, because Steph usually has to get hot for the Warriors to win a game, like, handily, in my opinion. They really don't have that much more firepower than that.
Right.
I would lean, of course, Warriors money line, which I'm probably gonna take. But for the show official play, over 232.
Over 232 official play. Hey babe, how you doing? Over 232 Warriors. All right, Barry. We're gonna take the Dallas. We're gonna cap that game here in a second. Hold tight. Wizards +10. I agree with you on that. We're gonna break that game down when we get to it. I do not have a play on this game, LJ. Hard pass. Don't trust the Warriors +8 because, as you mentioned, offensive firepower or lack thereof is all predicated on Steph. How Steph scored, how Steph goes, this team goes. No Draymond today, or he's at least questionable. So I don't know how the defensive intensity is going to be. And the Rockets, they suck, so you never know what you're going to get with them. So I don't know if 8's going to be enough to keep me close enough with the spread, because just as easily as they could cover, they could get blown out as well. So another hard pass for your boy. But I do have a play on the next game that we're about to bust down here. Interested in to see what you think. The New Orleans Pelicans, they're going on the road to take on the Minnesota Timberwolves, the hottest team in the motherfucking NBA right now. Know what I'm saying? They've been acting like the hottest team in the NBA anyway. That line opened up at the T-Wolves +4. The totals opened up at 238.5. Injury report: Steven Adams is downgraded to out. Harden's out indefinitely. Alexander Walker is also out indefinitely. Minnesota, Beasley's out. Culver's out. Bust down some of these actual factuals for you guys. New Orleans, the Pelicans, 4-1 ATS their last 5 games. 3-6 straight up their last 9. 3-10 ATS their last 13 against Minnesota. Important stat. 4-9 straight up in their last 13 against Minnesota. 6-1 ATS in their last 7 games against an opponent from the Western Conference. The total has gone under in 4 of New Orleans' last 5 games when playing on the road against Minnesota. It's also gone under in 4 of their last 5 games. Minnesota, 5-0 ATS, 5-0-1 ATS their last 6 games. 5-1 straight up their last 6 games. 6-2 ATS their last 8 games at home. 4-0-1 ATS their last 5 games this season. 5-1 straight up their last 6 games against an opponent in the Western Conference. LJ, the Pelicans -4 in Minnesota. What you got for me?
Interesting game here. Interesting game. Who's going to hold Zion? Because we already know he's predicated of getting points in the paint. New Orleans is second in the league at 54 points in the paint. So definitely going to be a lot of rim rattling tonight in this game. Man, I want to make a play on this game, and I want to lean towards New Orleans, but Minnesota are poppy, man. So, I think I'm gonna take Minnesota plus the 4, man. That's an official play. Minnesota plus the 4.
Minnesota plus the 4
on a roll, and I don't see how New Orleans has that big of an advantage on Minnesota right now to where Minnesota can't win this game. So
Zion, I guess maybe is what they're thinking.
I don't know if he's enough because Minnesota has a lot more. Because D. Russell, like I told you, D. Russell comes off the bench and give you at least 18 to 20 points. So,
thank you.
Besides Brandon Ingram, I don't trust Drew Bledsoe to get you points on that team. Plus, they don't play no defense either.
That's the problem.
Yeah,
and I'm playing on motherfucking defense.
And Minnesota
that's the issue.
No defense either.
You can't give up a fucking. What do they give up a game? 100 and hold on. I got it right here. 2 seconds. I think they're giving up more than 110. I think like 115 points a game. They're giving up 150, actually 115 on the dot, 115.1. Can't be giving up 115 points a game, bro. It's just they shouldn't even give up those points with that roster, honestly.
What is Minnesota giving up?
Shit, they giving up 117. They ain't giving up no better.
So that's what, 228?
No. That's 3-2. Man, you're making me look dumb out here. 15 and 15 is 30 plus 2. 32. 232.
Okay. So with that being said, 228, I'm gonna take the under.
Is that official?
Yeah, that's an official play.
So I got you at Minnesota plus 4
and the
under. Okay. Under 238.5. Okay, so I don't have a play on the side, but I do. I'm right there with you on the. I don't have a play on the total, but I'm right there with you on the side. I got Minnesota plus 4. I took it earlier. I'm also gonna sprinkle a little bit on that money line. Last 10 games, Minnesota 6-4. 3-2 at home. Let's go against the spread. At home against the spread, they're 3-2 ATS. They're 6-3-1 ATS over those last 10. And New Orleans, for me, honestly, it's just a trust factor. I don't trust this team. I've been saying it all season. Super inconsistent, much better roster on paper than their record suggests. At least Minnesota has the excuse of being hurt. And they've been playing great basketball. I'm not going to say great basketball. I'll take that back. They've been playing good basketball here over the last, let's say, 2 weeks or so, at least a week. So I'm going to continue to ride this train. I just think that New Orleans has I don't want to say they gave up, but what are they playing for? Like, realistically, what are they playing for? Are they playing to get into the 10th spot to get into the playoff game? I don't think they're playing for that. I think the season is probably pretty much a wash for them, especially I have to look at the schedule to see what they got left, but I don't think they're getting in the playoffs. It's jumbled up in that West. I don't think they deserve to get in the playoffs, as a matter of fact. But I'm over Timberwolves here. They're on a 4-game win streak. I expect them to get 5. They're playing solid. They've been at home. Over that 4-game winning streak, you got 2 wins against Utah and a win against Golden State. I'll take that. The Pelicans, they're doing the win-loss thing. Their last game was a win, so I expect them to have a loss here because that's what inconsistent teams do. So I'm on the Minnesota. I'm right there with you, LJ. I'm on Minnesota plus the 4 and sprinkle just a little bit on that money line for your boy Sebastian. I like you. I like the 10 on the teaser. I'm riding with you on that. I think the 4 is good. let's keep it moving, man. I like the pace. Let's keep it moving. It's Saturday. I'm trying to get out of here. Trying to be here with you guys all day. Heat and Cavs. I don't know why I put this game on here, but I'm going to run through it really fast. Miami Heat, they're going on the road to take on Cleveland. Line opened up at minus 11.5 for Miami. The total is at 208. Injury report, Oladipo and Hero are the two guys that's out for Miami. Cleveland, Dellavedova, questionable. Nance, out. Prince, out. Hairstein, downgraded to out. Windler is out. Garland is out. Stevens is downgraded to out. So I think everybody but Sexton is playing. Actual factual is Miami 5-2 straight up their last 7, 6-1 ATS their last 7, 10-1 straight up their last 11 against Cleveland, 1-4 ATS their last 5 on the road, 5-2 ATS their last 7 against an opponent from the Eastern Conference. Cleveland 0-5 ATS their last 5, 0-5 straight up their last 5. 1-7 straight up their last 8 at home. 1-8 their last. Look, Cleveland sucks. They're 0-5 and 0-7 and 1-8 in a bunch of these things that I'm not going to read right now. They're terrible. There's nothing good that I have to say about Cleveland.
Hey,
so to make it even quicker, LJ, I'm on the Heat minus 11.
Yes.
It's going to be a blowout. I expect a blowout. Nothing but a blowout. If you're on Cleveland, good luck and best of luck to you.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about this game.
Hey, I concur right with you. Miami. Minus
okay. 10. All right. We can move on really quick. Yeah, I don't even know why I put that game on there. A better game. We got to debate. Interesting game. Bulls, they're going on the road take on the Hawks in Atlanta. This line opened up at the Bulls minus 6.5. I currently still have it at 6.5. Oh, I think I have it at 5. Hold on. Nope, still at 6.5. 6.5. Totals at 216.5. Injury report. Vucevic is questionable. I'm pretty sure he's playing though. Levine out. Felicio downgraded to out. Marketing missed last game, is questionable. Brown downgraded to out. Atlanta Bogdanovich questionable. Herter questionable. Hunter out. Reddish out. So Trae Young, Trigger Trey, he playing today. Actual factual. Chi-Town 4-9 ATS their last 13. 4-9 straight up their last 13. 8-4 ATS their last 12 against Atlanta. 9-4 straight up in their last 13 against Atlanta. But they're 2-6 ATS their last 8 on the road. 5-1 their ATS their last 6 playing on the road in Atlanta. 2-4 straight up their last 6 against the opponent from the Eastern Conference. Atlanta 2-4 ATS their last 6. 2-4 straight up their last 6, but 12-2 ATS their last 14 games at home. 11-5 straight up their last 16 games against an opponent from the Eastern Conference, and the total has gone under in 5 of their last 7 games against an opponent from the Central Division. Chicago plus 6.5 in Atlanta. What you got for me?
Official play.
Official play.
Under 232.
Under 232?
That's what you got on there, right?
That is definitely the wrong total. That total should be at 216. Excuse me, sir. My apologies. I don't know how that got mixed up, but that should be 216.5, sir. Don't know where that 232 came from. Sorry about that.
Oh, that was funny, though. Oh, my God.
So, yeah, you're not going to want to take the under 232 there because it's not an option.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Well, I'm going to take the over 216.
Yeah. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not a bad play.
I have no interest in these teams. Chicago has their number 1 scorer out, which means they give up more points than they score, in my opinion. Atlanta, they have injuries happening, and I don't think Trae has been out, so I don't think he's ready to, carry a team like that and give you 40 just to go get you a win. So I don't trust one of these teams right now, and I don't know if I should trust these teams because is any of these teams going to be any effective in a playoff race? So, no.
I don't know if the Bulls are going to make the playoffs. So,
I mean, Atlanta's going to probably lose their first round series too.
Probably. Well, I mean, Atlanta's in fifth, so I don't know who's in fourth right now, but could be an interesting matchup. I think who's in fourth? Miami?
Right now.
No.
Hold on, I got you. I'm looking it up right now. Atlanta's in the fifth. New York's in the fourth. The Knicks.
New York. Interesting matchup.
I would take New York.
Very interesting. Very interesting. I don't know if they beat New York, but I think that's a toss-up series.
Okay. Well,
Very interesting. I do agree with you on the total. I will give that as official play. I do have that as an official play over 216. I also took Atlanta minus 6.5. With Trey Young coming back. It's not his first game. He played last week. He played the last game. So technically, not his first game back. I expect him to get back on track now. They're at home. Like I said, they're fighting for that fifth spot in the East right now. New York's at 4, no home field advantage, so not really a matter of jockeying for position. But I just think they're going to score too many points for this Bulls team to keep up with. No Levine, Vucevic is questionable. I believe his shoulder is giving him issues right now, so he's in and out of the lineup. I'm pretty sure he probably plays just because they're in 11th, so they're one spot out of the 10th spot. But it's just, I think it's a bad spot for them because Atlanta's coming off 3-game losing streak. I'm sure they want to turn that around. 2 of those games were against Philly. A lot of it is based off them not having their players being healthy. So if anything, they just need to get back into a rhythm of playing basketball, winning basketball before the playoffs start. So I think they get this win. I just think it's too much scoring. The over to me is the better play of the two, but I did take Atlanta. So this is what I'm going to do. My official play is going to be the over 216, but I am letting the public know that I did take Atlanta minus 6.5. I don't know. We'll call it official. I'll give both of them. They're both my official plays because I both have them on plays anyway. So that's fine. I'll ride with that. But I like the 216 better if that matters to anybody out there. Just because I don't think Chicago's not going to stop. Neither one of these teams play the best of defense. They both give up. Chicago gives up 113, and Atlanta gives up 110. So that's 223 right there, which is over your 216. But I'm pretty sure Atlanta's going to score more than 110, 112, 113 tonight, I think.
Yeah.
But we'll see. All right, that boy Sebastian say he got the Bulls. Sebastian, you doing all this on one teaser? You just did a teaser for the whole NBA slate? Is that what you did? But I agree with all your teaser picks so far. Juice, we about to jump onto that game. Oh, Juice, we covered that game. We both passed. That was our opinion. Pass. Too much other action to be trying to figure out a Hornets Pistons game. I had a lean to the Hornets, but bro, pass. That's my recommendation. Pass. 17 teamer, Sebastian. Okay, I agree with what you got so far though. I'm looking back at it now. Wizards plus 10. That Warriors Hornets minus 2, man. That Hornets Nugget Pistons, that's just like a shit game. That game has got fuckery written all over it. Like that's one of those hold your butthole games. All right, man. The game people been asking about next game on the docket. You got the Wizards acting like they're one of the hottest teams in the NBA right now, going on the road to take on Dallas Mavs. The line opened up at, I believe, 4, and this went to 5, if I'm not mistaken. Let me get a current line off. I'm getting current lines off you, Agent, too. I got 4.5 at currently right now. So it went to 5. It's come down to 4.5. Total still at 232. Double check on that. Total it's went up a point to 233 currently. So the totals went up a point and the sides went down half a point. Injury report, we got Washington Bryant is out for the season and Abijah is out for the season. Abijah. Dallas, you got Redick is out. Porzingis is out. Kleber is upgraded to probable. Luca is probable, and Terry has been downgraded to out. Actual factuals. Washington, they're 5-1 ATS their last 6 games, 10-1 straight up in their last 11 games, 5-12 ATS their last 16 against Dallas, 3-17 straight up their last 20 against Dallas, 1-9 straight up their last 10 games when playing on the road against Dallas, but they're 9-1 straight up in their last 10 games this season, and 6-2 ATS their last 8 games against an opponent from the Western Conference. Dallas, they are 4-1 ATS their last 5, 5-1 straight up in their last 6, 9-1 straight up their last 10 games when playing at home against Washington, 4-1 straight up in their last 5 this season. The total has gone under in 5 of Dallas' last 7 games against Washington and under in 12 of the last 16 games at home. Very interesting game. Very interested in your opinion, Mr. LJ. The Wizards +5 in Dallas. Who do you have tonight?
Hey, this is an NBA League Pass game right here, bro. Because the Wizards are 9-1 in their last 10 games. So that means they on a real good hot streak, like really hot.
They are.
So, but you just mentioned that Dallas is 9-1 in their last 10 games against the Wizards.
That's crazy, dog. It's like that should be bugging me sometimes. But you gotta think about it like this. How many of those 10 games was Russell with Beal?
Yeah. Because they only play twice a year.
They only play twice a year. So we're talking about a lot of years against a poor Washington team.
Very much so.
So does that matter?
It does matter to me, and that's the point I was finna bring up, because it's a different team because Russ is there. Because they played obviously once already. I don't know if they played, but this possibly could be their first game between Luka and Russ and Beal, like you say. So let me get this straight. Is Russell and Beal playing for Washington?
I do. Russ and Beal is playing. They're not listed on my injury report.
Okay. Well, my official play, Washington plus the 5, because I think Dallas can win, but I don't want to lay the points with Dallas with the 5. I trust that Washington can cover it, and it'll be a close possession game, because all the numbers point to Washington, man. I mean, they averaged 127 points in their last 3 games. So, I mean, that's ridiculous. 11-5, in April. I mean, they've been balling. So I'm going to ride that train simply because, like I said, this is a different team. Dallas might have had their number in the past, but this is a different team, man. We don't even know if Luka's going to play. It's probable, right? That means he probably
Luka's playing.
Okay, well, I don't know how effective he'll be. I don't know how effective he'll be. So, but I am trusting Washington on the road in Dallas, right? So it is a gamble. And I'm going to take that gamble, and I'm going to ride with Washington.
So I'm looking over the schedule. They played April 3rd, and Dallas smacked the shit out of Washington. 109-87. Now, I'm looking at the box score because I want to know if Russ played that game or if Bill. So no Russ. Oh, no, Russ played. No Bill.
Gotcha.
So you had no Bill. Russ gave you 26, 14, and 5. Luka shined, obviously. So this is my take on this game. That was a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago. It was only April 3rd. It was at the beginning of the season. Revenge game for the Wizards.
That's what it's looking like, right?
I'm going to take Washington plus the 5 here, or 4.5. And I'm going to tell you why. It's no Porzingis, which they didn't have Porzingis last time. I'll tell you why I'm scared first. What scares me? The Mavericks aren't necessarily, the roster is not necessarily what scares me, because I love how Washington is playing right now. What scares me is the extra motivation for Dallas that the Lakers are losing and they're only a half game behind them and they can catch them. All the fucking motivation in the world. That's what scares me the most. because they have all the motivation. I hate motivated teams. That's like the worst thing to bet against to me. Teams because they're going to play hard. However, I think I'm still getting a very, very, very motivated Washington Wizards team. They're still in 10th place. Every game still matters to this team. And I think in order for this team to feel good about themselves, especially Russ, they need to make the playoffs. So Russ can pat himself and everybody can feel good about the move that happened. And I think if you're Washington, that's a success on the season, right? Making it to the playoffs. They didn't make it last year, right? So they'll get a chance to get into the play-in. I don't know if they'll get in, but in order for them to even have a shot, they have to keep winning. As motivated as Dallas is, they're not motivated enough to play Porzingis and JJ Redick because they're already in. So their number one concern is health over positioning. So as close as they are to the Lakers, only a half game back, I do expect them to prioritize health over getting to the 5th spot because I think they're in the 6th, if I'm not mistaken. They're in the 6th. So I think, do they care about 6th or 5th right now versus Porzingis, Luka getting healthy for the season? So for me, I'm gonna take the Wizards plus the 5. They got the more motivation. They need it the most. They can't afford to drop a game right now. So go ahead. What you got?
Does it matter that this is their 5th game in 7 nights?
I looked at that. But then I looked at Dallas. They got the same thing. They're 1 game off. Wizards played on the 30th. Dallas played on the 29th. Wizards played on the 28th. Dallas played on the 27th. They both played on the 26th. Wizards played on the 25th. Dallas played on the 24th. The Wizards played on the 23rd. Dallas played on the 22nd. So the only difference is you can tell me they got to travel, but games played is still the same. And then I tell you this, even their last game, Cleveland, they played Cleveland. Shit, Wizards had the night off. Washington played Cleveland. That's like a night off.
Yeah.
Dallas played Detroit, and they battled for that game. They were down in the 4th quarter. Even though it was 2 days ago, I don't know how much effect it has as far as rest goes, but
you convinced me.
I think they're all. Go ahead.
You convinced me. Washington plus the 5.
So I'm gonna take the plus 5, man.
You don't want to.
I would be weary though. Like I said, I'm scared. No, I'm not. Not on this one because I'm worried about them. You know, they do have motivation to play. I don't know how bad they want that 5th seed because who does 6 plays 3? Who is 3? That's the date with the Clippers.
Yeah.
Right. Versus who's in 4th? The Nuggets.
Yeah, Denver.
So if you're Dallas, do you care? I mean, me from a perspective, I don't care who I play. Give me whoever. But if you're Dallas, do you care if you play the Clippers versus the Nuggets in the 1st round? Do you take the Nuggets with no Murray 1st round versus the Clippers?
I think it's going to be equally just as hard.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I just think they're both hot teams, man. They're both won 4 out of the last 5. So I can't knock anybody, you know. Just Washington, to me, Washington is the hotter team, man. 9-1 in the last 10 versus 6-4. I think they got a little bit more to prove. 3-0 ATS on the road. Washington is 3-0 straight up and 3-0 ATS. So I'm gonna ride that wave. They've been making me money. I'm gonna keep riding that wave up until we fall off. So seems like we're both together on that. Let us keep it moving, sir. Next game got on the docket today's in proceedings. The Toronto Raptors, they're going on the road to take on the Utah Jazz. That line opened up at the Jazz minus 6.5. It is currently sitting at the Jazz minus 6.5. Totals at 216s, calm down half a point. Injury report. Kyle Lowry's out. Van Fleet is probable. Boucher out indefinitely. Gary Trent Jr. downgraded to out. Watson is out indefinitely. Utah, Conley out. Mitchell out. Azubuike out. Actual factuals. Toronto, the total has gone under in 4 of their last 6 games. They're 5-0 ATS in their last 5 games against Utah. Wow. 8-2 straight up their last 10 games against Utah. 1-12 straight up their last 13 games on the road. 6-0-1 ATS their last 7 games against Utah. Who fucking put these stats? Utah, man. 3-7 straight ATS their last 10. 13-7 straight up their last 20. 18-2 straight up in their last 20 at home. 7-1 straight up in their last 8 against an opponent from the Eastern Conference. 5-2 ATS their last 7 games against an opponent from an Atlantic Division, and the total has gone over in 12 of their last 18 games against Toronto. Raptors plus 6.5 in Utah. What you got?
I didn't have a play on this game, but now that you done spilled off those actual factuals, man. Toronto is 5-3 in their last 8 games. And Utah's only 3-3 in their last 6. They both lost 7 games in April. So can I trust Utah to cover 6.5 right now, the way they've been playing? Donovan Mitchell out and Conley? I mean, Toronto, I ain't saying they a top team, but I don't think they'll push over to where you can, without them two, you can beat them, lay them points right there. I know you at home, but can I really, really trust that right now with them? And I think I'm not going to. So I'm going to pass on this game because I don't trust Utah. I've never been a fan anyway of them, so I'm not going to give them any of my money.
So you never pick Utah in the game?
Never.
Like LeBron said.
Never picked them. I never liked Stockton, never liked Carmelo. So I had no interest in Utah.
Interesting stat at home for Utah. In the last 10 games, 4 of which at home, they are 0-4 ATS.
See, my point exactly. But
3-3, 2-2 straight up at home over the last 10 games period. Over the 4 at home, 2-2 and 0-4 ATS. However, your boy is on the Jazz. I gave up to 6.5 because I just think Toronto is done, and I don't think they care.
Okay.
I don't think they care. I told Coach this a couple days ago when we faded them against Brooklyn. I faded them against Brooklyn and Denver their last 2 games, and I've cashed because they're sitting in 12th place currently, and we're talking about a team that was a champions 2 years ago. You think they want to get in? You think they care about a play-on tournament to get into the 8th spot? I don't think they care about that. They're disappointed. The season's over.
Yeah.
Let's pack up and let's go home.
Yeah.
They're on a road. They're on a road trip of. It started with Denver yesterday. The game before that, Brooklyn, but Denver yesterday. The Jazz today, the Lakers or the Clippers tomorrow. Like, they're done. They're in the 12th spot. They're done. Pack up. Let's go home. Jazz, I think they want that number 1 spot. Or I think they care enough to fight for it. And at least care enough to say, if we're not going to start with Mitchell, we got to get this rotation where it needs to be. Mitchell hasn't been – he just got hurt. I know he's not out for the season, but I'm comfortable with Clarkson, Ingles, and Gobert going up against Toronto's bench plus Siakam and Anunoby.
I ain't mad at you. I would take Utah too. They're a top team in this league. But I'm just not trusting them right now because, like I mentioned earlier on the show, they shoot too many threes, man. And a lot of times, them threes ain't going to fall.
Yeah, they're going to fall at home tonight, though. See, another thing is They've been on the road their last 4 out of the last 5 games. Back at home, ain't no strip clubs in Utah, so they home cooking, with the fam, chilling, early night. Let's get some rest. We'll be up early. It's nothing to do here. Get to the gym on time, get some shots up. We good.
Yeah.
We good. I like the 6. I roll with it. I took it.
Okay.
Took it. I think Toronto's they quit. They quit. Last game of the night. Supposedly, I'm gonna assume the marquee game of the night. I think everybody that watches our show knows where I'm gonna go with this game. I'll let you take it away, sir. Let me bust it down for us real quick. We got the Denver Nuggets. They're going on the road to take on playoff P, Paul George, and the Los Angeles Clippers. The line opened up at 5.5. Let me see what it is. Currently has went up half a point to 6. Line is at 6 currently. Injury report: Denver, Barton's out, Murray's been out, Morris and Najee is questionable. Clippers, Ibaka out. Kawhi is questionable. He may come back today. Kawhi is questionable. Check out my boy United Dave, my Clipper fan in here. Kofi is out. Actual factuals. United Dave, I got a surprise for you, man. Actual factuals. Denver, 2-5 ATS their last 7. The total is going under in 4 of their last 6, but they're 8-1 straight up in their last 9. 4-1 ATS in their last 5 games against the LA Clippers. 4-1 straight up in their last 5 games against the LA Clippers. The total has gone under in 5 of their last 6 games on the road. It's also gone under in 4 of the last 5 games on the road and at the Clippers. They're 16-3 straight up in their last 19 this season. 6-1 straight up in their last 7 games against an opponent in the Western Conference. Clippers, 1-4 ATS their last 5 games. The total has gone under in 7 of their last 8. 11-3 straight up in their last 14 games. 7-0 straight up in their last 7 games at home. They're doing good at home. The under has cashed 7 in their last 9 games against Denver. It's also went under in 4 of the last 5 games at home against Denver, and it's also went under in 4 of the last 5 games, period, this season. They're 1-4 ATS their last 5 games against an opponent from the Western Conference, and they're 4-1 straight up in their last 5 games against an opponent in the Northwest Division. Denver +6 as it stands currently. In LA, Kawhi questionable. Playoff P is starting. What you got?
Official play.
Clippers?
No.
Clippers money line?
No.
-5. You don't want the Clippers? Okay.
I told my son earlier that we was gonna go get a haircut, get some get the clippers going on the hair, right?
Right.
But after going through the numbers, I said, son, let's change our mind. Let's go get some spicy
nuggets.
I don't know if I want to go to Chick-fil-A, Wendy's. Maybe I need to go somewhere I pretty like, but I think I got a taste for some spicy nuggets today, my friend. So this play, Denver plus the 5.5.
+6 right now. It's +6 right now.
Oh, +6?
+6 right now.
And you know what? Sprinkle. Because I feel the same way you feel about playoff
P.
And I don't trust Kawhi. He's a good player. But I'm going to use your philosophy on this game. Star player coming back.
Mm-hmm.
The team. So,
it's my philosophy.
Denver has been averaging 121 points the last 3 games. The Clippers have been only averaging 104 points the last 3 games. So 8-1 in their 8-2 in their last 10. Clippers had a good record too, but this is a road game, and I feel like I talked about early on the show. Denver statistically is the number 1 team in the NBA right now. Statistically wise. Not saying they are talent wise. Statistics from top to bottom, top 10. Denver is the best team in the league. So that being said, I'm not going to long-wind it. Denver plus the 5.5 and sprinkle on that money line.
All right. My boy United Dave, who is my boy. United Dave, you've been rocking with me since I know we've been going live like at least the last 3 months, couple months. United Dave is one of the people I consider some of our day one followers. The boy been rocking day in and day out with us. He didn't like your pick, LJ. I'm gonna say that right now. See that? He threw up crying emojis and monkey signs. Sorry ass Denver. Now, over the last 10 games, Denver 8-2, 6-0 at home, 8-2 as a favorite, 0-0 as a dog because they haven't been a dog in the last 10 games. Clippers 7-3 over their last 10, 3-0 at home, 4-3 away. As a favorite, they're 6-1. As a dog, they're 1-2. ATS, they're 4-5-1. Middle 500, we'll say. Not quite 500, but 448, something like that. 2-1 ATS at home. However, LJ said it earlier. I got a little philosophy that I use. I'm sure we all got betting philosophies. One of mine is stars come back. The star come back. The night they come back, fade them that night. For example, Anthony Davis came back a couple days ago. Can't remember exactly who they played. Faded him. I think they played Dallas. Faded him. Took Dallas. Got a winner. Same thing happened with LeBron a couple days ago. You fade him. Get a winner. There was another example I had in mind recently. I can't remember exactly who it was, but the philosophy held true. But all that aside, philosophies aside, stats aside, numbers aside, I gave my rant on Paul George a couple days ago. So I'm not going to do it again, folks. But listen, the playoffs are coming. We got about 8 more games. Playoff P is coming, guys. And we know what playoff P does in the playoffs. And I'm going to continue to fade playoff P until playoff P shows me who the fuck he is. Because I haven't seen playoff P. I've seen Paul George in the playoffs. But ever since he said playoff P, I ain't seen that nigga. Who is playoff P? Where is he? Playoff P, where are you? Where are you, sir? I would love to see you in the series. Not a game, in the series. And since then, I fade his ass. Anytime April, May, June, fade Paul George until otherwise. So I'm going to keep making money. I'm sorry, United Day. Please don't sign out. You my guy, bro. And if they win tonight, tomorrow, I'll be here to salute you. But I'm taking the 6. It says 6. I'm taking the 6. We cover. And just because LJ said it, I'm also going to. Because I don't trust that guy, man. He like a nigga without a stash. I don't trust him. I don't trust Paul George. You can't count on him. Don't count on him now. I think my boy United Dave left because I seen one of the viewers drop down. I'm sorry, Dave. I'll see you tomorrow. But goddamn it, I'm on the Nuggets. Going taking my ass to Wendy's. I'm getting the 6-piece. Oh, nah, my boy United Dave here. We both win, bro. Take the Clippers money line. All right, I feel you. Okay, hey, we both can win. I'm not mad at that. I just want the cover, sir. Yeah. I just want the cover. My boy's still here. He's still rocking with us. But I'm going to Wendy's, sir. I'm going to give me a 6-piece spicy chicken nugget, and we're going to ride with the goddamn nuggets tonight. I'm going to get some ketchup, and I'm going to get some sweet and sour sauce to go with it on the side.
Sweet and sour? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to get a little sweet and sour. Go with it on the sides. Get them spicy nuggets popping. We going down tonight.
Mm.
Let's recap real quick, man.
Let's do it.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. $5 come up today. Because the $5 come up did hit yesterday. Y'all know, man, that $5 hit yesterday. We 1-3 on the $5 come up. That's my 14 parlay that I do on the show every day. So tonight on the $5 come up, I have Atlanta over 216.5. Spicy McNuggets plus the 6. We have Minnesota plus the 4. And last but not least, Utah Jazz minus 6.5. That is the $4 come up today. We will be 2-3 tomorrow on the $4 come up. All right, let's bust down these recap real quick. So that's from yesterday. Y'all can see me and LJ went 6-1. Coach went 3-0 yesterday. Man, your boy's been hot the last 2 days. Y'all see the ticker going through at the bottom. I'm 9-2 in the last couple of days. Coach is 5-0 in the last couple of days. As far as today goes, first game we broke down was Detroit and the Charlotte Hornets. Nobody has a play on that game. We both passed. I have the next game was the Rockets and the Warriors. LJ took the over 232 or under. Sorry, I just wrote 232. You're over or under?
I took the over.
Over 232 in the Rockets Warriors game. That was a pass for me. We both like Minnesota plus 4 at home against the Pelicans. We both like Miami. Oh, excuse me. LJ likes the under 238 in the Minnesota game as well as the plus 4. We both like Miami minus 11. We're both on the over 216.5 in Atlanta at home against Chicago. I'm also on the minus 6.5. We both like Washington plus 4 in plus 5 in Dallas, and we both like them spicy nuggets tonight to cover in Los Angeles. Y'all please like, subscribe, comment, talk some shit, come back and forth with us. But at the end of the day, let's beat Vegas. Let's make some money. LJ, give out your social before we get up out of here.
Man, follow me, LJ from Houston, all the social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Raw Words Podcast, streaming on YouTube. We did a show earlier, broke down the NBA, gave our insight on the MVP, all the playoff standings to see who was the top of the tier and who was at the bottom. So check it out. Go to your YouTube, subscribe, like the page, Raw Words Podcast. That's me, man. Follow me.
Y'all follow my boy. Y'all follow me at Marley Bet on Instagram and Twitter. Y'all follow my brothers. Y'all follow the page. We on all streaming and social media platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of it. Brothers and Bets. Y'all check us out. We are out of here. LJ, say the hashtag, man, before we get up out of here.
Let's beat Vegas, my friend. Let's get
we out. We out.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom. Ain't no